Motion 144. Those in favour? Against? Let's have that again. Those in favour? Against? Carried. We move on now to the section in regard to developing a strategy for community rule and Gaeltacht affairs. Motion 141 in the name of the Temple Oak branch, Dublin South West. Have we a proposer? Are you a member of that branch, Paddy? No, has to be a member of the branch. So the motion falls. Motion number 142 in the name of the Tramore branch, Waterford. Yeah. Formally moved. Seconded. Seconded. Motion 143 in the name of the Connemara Haas Galway West branch. Formally moved. Seconded. Oh, I'm back on the rostrum. Delegates, tá puinte antáchtach sriste a gcuin I le todhchaí na Gaeilge. Tá an dréacht stratéis feithe bliain don Gaeilge 2010 go dtí 2030 a gcuin ón feithe lá de bhí saona 2009. Tá an dréacht stratéis ard bhéanach agus glacim leis go bhfuil clóracha bliain túla le cospóirí soléire ag tastáil chun an dul chun is éifeachtaí a bhaint amach ó thaobh an stratéise chur a bhaim. Sin an rud a iarn rún céad sa dahad-a-dó. Ó thaobh rún céad sa dahad-a-trí tá obair ar siúl ar copéis folasaí don Gaeilge agus don Gaeltacht agus beidh páipéir ag dul faoi bhrád an Party Parlamenta. The 20-year strategy for the Irish language 2010 to 2030 is by its nature aspirational. Aspirations do not become realities without programmes for implementation which have clear objectives, the implementation of which are monitored and reviewed on a regular basis. The consultant analysis carried out under direction of Fiúntar, the Dublin City University, for the 20-year strategy on the Irish language states that as a governmental national strategy stretching over 20 years, it should be championed by a permanent cabinet committee. The analysis goes on to state that the strategic planning and monitoring role should be entrusted to a programme office in the department of the Taoiseach, and that programme should be headed by an assistant secretary at the department of the Taoiseach charged with overall implementation of the strategy. There is, in the first instance, a need to have the driving of the policy based in the office of the Taoiseach. The Taoiseach answers questions on 2 days per week in the Dáil. Having the implementation of the strategy entrusted to a programme office in the department of the Taoiseach would mean that the Taoiseach could be asked questions twice a week while the Dáil is in session in regard to matters pertaining to the implementation of the strategy. To begin with, there is also a need for either the Office of the Language Commissioner or the RSI or another research institute to evaluate the work that is being done presently by the state in regard to the revival and development of the Irish language, both inside and outside the Gaeltacht. Whether there are clear objectives to present policies and to what extent these objectives are being realised. The function, as stated by Fiúntar Dublin City, that of analysis, should continue throughout the life of the strategy. Most important of all, in my view, is engaging the public at large in the debate regarding the 20-year strategy for the Irish language. If there is not a widespread debate, and a consequent sense of ownership of the Irish language developed among the population at large, then the level of success of the implementation of the strategy will be quite limited. If people choose to engage actively with the Irish language and convert the widespread soft support for bilingualism to hard active support, well then that is the real road to success. However, promoting bilingualism in Gaeltacht areas would have the effect, in my view, of diluting the use of the Irish language among native speakers. This is not a desirable development where the Irish language is the vernacular. The Irish language and its learning, there should always be at all times emphasis on the spoken language in regard to learners, and in this regard the appropriateness of simplifying the grammar of Irish should be fully explored. If the strategy remains remote from the majority of people, engagement with the Irish language will not emerge. On this wide issue, it is not a party political issue, and the responsibility for the Irish language rests with the whole Oireachtas. I commend the two motions to the House. Gar maith agaibh.